Good morning, everyone. Yes, I know I am a day late and I apologize. I apologize. I am so sorry that I was not on yesterday. Um, as most of you know, I did go to spring training last weekend, and that's why I wasn't on last Saturday, and it took a toll on my body. Just real quick, if you don't know who I am LaDonna Samani. This is the Cardinals Bird Row show. And but my issue with my body is I do have fibromyalgia and I do have arthritis. So spending just doing a little bit of walking and everything I did last weekend, it took a toll on me. So that being said, excuse me, I was not able to walk up the steps where I'd usually do my shows in my Cardinals room that you can see behind me. So I decided I have to do it today because there's so much I want to talk about before we go, before actually, now I want to say we go before the season starts. And I'm super excited. We start Thursday. I'm happy. We have an afternoon game. It starts at 1. And I'm really, 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 really excited. But I'm really more excited because today is Yadi Air Day. If you don't know what I mean by that, I mean that there's only 4 more days. Four, four more days until the season starts. So I am calling this Yadi Day. Happy Yadi Day. And if anybody is paying attention, um, right now, I want to say congratulations to a lot of extensions that happened while I was out. It was several. It wasn't just, our team, but there was like all over the baseball world, I will say, in the last couple of days that received an extension. First off, I would like to say congratulations to Goldsmith because he's actually one of them that received an extension. He actually signed it yesterday. It's a 5-year deal, which you couldn't be any happier to have a baseball player like that on our team locked up. I am really thrilled about this because we needed a first baseman. Why? I'm not saying Carpenter was horrible, but Carpenter wasn't the answer, and definitely Jose was not the answer. So I am very, very, very excited to get him to stay. I read people were talking about Voight, uh, how he's doing great in New York, and that it was a lopsided deal. And I'm like sitting here like, why are you even talking about this when we have Goldsmith? We have Paul Goldsmith. We locked him up. He is not better than he's no better than what we have right now. Don't get me wrong. I like Voight. I do like him, and I guess it's because a lot of us like him because he's a home kid. But you have to realize that Paul is better. Um, so I don't understand why people are still bringing him up, and why it's such, why there's even a comparison at this point in time. We have a better player. Do not bring up, well, oh, he did this and he did that. No, not at all. That thing, it bothers me. It really, really bothers me that there are people are bringing this up. But Goldsmith's deal is 130 million um, for 2020 to 2024. Um, like I said, this is actually one of the biggest contracts ever in Cardinals history. People always complain that Mo doesn't spend money. Well, he spent money today. So I would love to hear what people have to say about today. Why, what's going on Mo doesn't spend money and everything else. I would love to hear the excuses. Well, he spent money on a great player. Some people do think that he could have probably got more on free agency, but obviously Paul likes what he has seen with the organization, and he hasn't even been here that long. There was a gentleman in the group, he's not going to sign. I was like, I didn't hear that. And guess what? Like a week later, not even a week later, here we are. He signed a new contract. Um, like I said, it was people are crazy. If you don't read it in like by like a beat writer, if you do not hear it from a St. Louis beat writer, then it's probably not true. And that's where I get a lot of my information from is a St. Louis beat writer, either from the Cardinals or for, St. Louis, some St. Louis publication, uh, because people will put stuff on the internet and then people are so quick to believe everything that they read. And that's not true whatsoever. Yes. So besides that, Chris Sale got an extension this week. Um, his was huge. Let's see. Verlander got a 2-year extension. Ignore that, please. uh, it was crazy. Everybody was just getting money this week. Everybody. But congrats to everybody that got their extensions. I believe everyone deserves their money. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with Dallas Kershaw because he's not signed yet. And from what I'm reading, that he may not be the healthiest person. I don't know how true or not true that is, but it may it may be true. I'm not for sure. Um, so like I said, we'll have to see uh what goes on, but I don't know if he'll come out of this. Right now, the Cardinals rotation, um, starting this week, it's going to be Michaelis, Jack Flaherty, Dakota Hudson, Michael Walker, and Adam Wainwright. I've been talking about Carlos Martinez, and I said Carlos wasn't going to be a starter, and I was definitely right. He is not going to be a starter right now. He is not even going to be a relief pitcher because of his injury. They have not stated how long he's going to be out. They only last thing I saw was um the last thing I saw that he was just out for 2 weeks, and then I haven't really heard much since. So I'm not for sure how long he will be out of the season. So we'll see about that. But Miles Michaelis will be our starter Thursday, and then Jack Flaherty will be our home opener starter in St. Louis, which I am like really geeked about. I really have a lot of faith in this kid. He did great for us last season, so I did get to see him, and he did great. Like I did get to see Reyes pitch. I did get to see Hicks pitch, Jordan Hicks pitch, and I will say that was probably one of the best feelings in the world to watch two young players right there. I was only 5 rows away from the dugout. And in spring training, technically, there's not a pitching dugout. There's really not. So it's just open. So it was right there to see both of them pitch, warm up and pitch. It was a great honor to see because that's complete. Those two are possibly the Cardinals' future in pitching. And I was geeked. But again, um, spring training was a blast, by the way. Just wanted everybody to know. I got to see Jimmy Edmonds walk right by me. If I didn't have my kid with me, I probably would have chased him down. But he was walking so fast, and I realized it was him, and my child was right there. If I had an older child or my child was with my mother, I probably would have ran him down and got his autograph. But he was walking fairly fast because it was almost time for the game to start. Because we got there kind of late Monday, but it's okay. It's okay. But like I said, Miles Michaelis, Jack Flaherty, Dakota Hudson, Michael Waka, Adam Wainwright are going to be the starting rotation as of right now for the Cardinals. I'm excited. I don't care what nobody else says, but I am excited. Some other news: they still haven't named a closer yet. Why they haven't, I'm not for sure, but they still haven't named a closer. But they did say that Tyler O'Neill will be he will be playing, which I'm very shocked. Which don't get me wrong, I'm very happy because he did emerge in these spring training. He did look great. He picked up where he left off last season, and so why not keep him on there? Um, so I'm thinking. And then the backup, which I'm very sad for Yachty, is going to be it's not going to be Francisco Pena, which I'm very sad because of an injury. When I was there, we saw about four catchers. It's going to be Weeders. Weeders did win that backup spot out. But what really got me is that Francisco Pena 2 weeks ago got an injury when he was batting, and it was like on his side. And I think that hurt him to get that backup spot. And of course, everybody thinks Weeders is better just because of his experience, but I do like Francisco Pena. I might be a little biased on this, but um, it might be. He's not like truly injured, George, but he is like I said, he was batting against the Phillies. That was the first game that Bryce Harper came in, and he swung, and he just like how he swung, he hurt. You could see him grabbing his side, and they said he was going to be out like 10 to 15 days, but I'm not for sure. Like if that's still, I saw him there, and he was when I was there last weekend, and I got pictures of him because he was right there, and but we'll see. But right now, Weeders is Yachty's official um, backup catcher as of right now. Like I stated, it could change. You know, we've seen different things. I've seen things change for over time, but right now, Weeders is the backup. Also, the Cardinals. Uh, Former Cardinals Jimmy Edmonds signs as a special assistant, which again, it's Jimmy. Who else better to have than Jimmy? I love Jimmy Edmonds. Besides commentating, he will be there, like with coaching, helping coaching players. O'Neill, Weeders, and Mayers will be on the Cardinals opening day roster. Uh, Chase Shreve, which is a pitcher, he's been designated for assignment, uh, which I did see him pitch a little bit. He didn't do that great. Um, but right now they're saying Pena will spend the rest of the spring training with in Jupiter, but right now they're not saying if he's going to be released or he's just going to be sent to Memphis. They have not released that at all. But right now, our bullpen looks like Hicks, Miller, Mayers, Reyes, Leon, and Gant. It looks like Bribia might be the left-handed pitcher, the other left-handed bullpen arm besides Andrew Miller. So we'll see. Jerko begins the season on the injured list. If I'm sorry, because he's still hurt. And they haven't came out about him either. He wasn't playing when I was down there. He wasn't him or Carpenter, but right now I just got to update that Carpenter seems like to be healthy and he's going to be okay. But Jerko have not received anything. Um, but if Jerko is still on the season, it looks like Munoz and Robinson will likely have spots. And if Jerko is healthy, one of them will probably be sent to Memphis. And I'm probably thinking it might be Munoz, but I'm hoping it's not Munoz again. It's a little bit of bias. Don't get me wrong. Don't get mad at me. I am biased to my players that I like. I do like Drew, and I liked what I saw from him. But Munoz plays any position that you put this man in, and that's what I am liking about him, especially from last season. Um, but another thing that came out this week was that Ozuna will be batting fourth. There's no if, ands, buts about it. He will be batting fourth this season. I saw somebody again talking about let's drop him and let's trade him for a relief pitcher for Will Smith. Don't get me wrong, Will Smith is not horrible, but you're not going to trade one of our top hitters for just a mediocre relief pitcher. That's That's not how this works. That's not how this goes whatsoever. I don't get what people think when they post things, and I like they're serious too. That's what the sad part is. They are serious. Um, I just don't get it. I complain about this all the time because I do, like I said, I do get to see um what I it just bothers me, sorry. But I do get to see what they post, and some of these posts, it's like, "Are you serious? Are you kidding me?" Um, but again, Ozuna, number 4, he's batting cleanup, and I think that is a perfect, 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 perfect spot for him, as of, um, as him, like, we didn't get to see him do home runs, but he did kill home runs against the Yankees and the Mets. And I'm very sad because I was actually supposed to be in spring training this weekend, coming back actually today. I was supposed to see yesterday and Thursday's game because I wanted him to play the Yankees, and I didn't get to see it. I didn't, and I was sad. And my mom was like, "And we should have just went this week." Like the days that we had already planned. And I think so. Don't get me wrong, I had fun. I did have fun. Um, but I'm very sad at the same time because they scored like 11 against the Yankees and they were just hitting home runs out the park. But here is a projected opening day lineup. Matt Carpenter, he's going to be at third base, batting first. Um, and then number 2, Dexter Flower, he was doing good this week. He's been doing good this spring training. Goldsmith is at number 3. Marcell Ozuna, like I spoke before, is at number 4. Paul DeJong is batting 5. Yadi's batting 6. Colton Wong is batting 7. Um, Number 8 is Harrison Bader at center field. Number 9, because like I said, Michaelis is starting pitcher this week, so he will batting number 9. Speaking of Michaelis, he did hit a home run yesterday in in the spring training game, and it was definitely a surprise because no one expected it. But yeah, uh, people forgot that he did hit a home run last season, and it was not a surprise then, but we know he can do it. He had 2 home runs last season, so he has it in him. It's just not everybody knows that he can do it. Um, and let's see, other news. Yeah. Yes, I'm okay with him batting 4th because it's the cleanup spot. I do like him at that cleanup spot because the other 4, like, who would he replace? Um, since the starting lineup, you like I said, is Carpenter, Flower, and, right there, Carpenter and Flower. You right now, Flower is doing actually has like one of the better batting averages this spring training, even though he did horrible last year, like the whole season. It's really hard to to change that. And then you have Goldsmith at number 3. You can't I don't see him batting over any of those 3 at this moment in time. So that's why I'm perfectly fine with Ozuna batting number 4. It's one of those things that you can't if it was somebody else, like maybe Colton at number 2 or even Bader maybe at number 2 or 3, then yeah, I would probably say push him up. But right now, I am perfectly fine with Ozuna hitting at the number 4 spot, um, which obviously the coach is too. Schmidt is too. He's well, basically the article is like he's fourth. Any other questions? That's what the article name was, and I'm like I said, I'm excited. I haven't been this excited in a while. Just I guess because the pitching uh has done a little bit better. I did think John Gant was going to win that starting position. Uh, but it looks like I was wrong. It is right now, like I stated before, it is Dakota. I did not think that he was going to win it. I didn't think I didn't say he was horrible, but he did pitch some great innings. I just thought Gant was just going to get it. But either way, I like both pitchers, so it's not like, "Oh, I'm mad because Gant didn't get it." No, I'm very happy that either one of them got it, but I do like our lineup as of right now. I'm still iffy. Everybody knows I'm still iffy about Adam Wainwright. Can he stay healthy? But he has been looking good this spring training, but that does not mean, um, it will change. Uh, again, it could. Adam Wainwright is something that I am just kind of iffy about. I don't know if he'll stay healthy for him. I'm praying that he'll stay healthy, but we'll we'll keep I'll keep my fingers crossed. But if they can stay healthy, that lineup can be very, very, very dangerous. Today we do play Miami. Um, and I'm really sad because this is almost one of the last final games. But we start actually April 4th, 5th, April 4th, 6th, and 7th is actually when we play in we don't that's when we finally play in St. Louis. Which I can't wait. My mother's coming over, making a big deal out of it. Um, but it's okay. Uh, other news, um, it hasn't really been too much, but like I said, the extensions were really, 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 really big. His Goldsmith made his extension finalized yesterday, like I stated before. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything besides Reyes looking great, and I'm so proud that he's back healthy. It did not I didn't know if he was going to be healthy enough But he is right now. You can vote online for the Cardinals Hall of Fame, and it's between Hernandez, Issinghauser, Morris, Rowland, Renteria, and Tudor. Uh, it's really hard for me to pick from that lineup to to see who I would want. Again, you have to go on the Cardinals website, the Cardinals Hall of Fame online voting, and it's between Keith Hernandez, Izzy, Morris, Scott Rowland, Edgar Renteria, and Tudor. I love Scott Rowland and I love Edgar Renteria. So, and I love them all, but those are like my two favorites. So, um, I don't know who's going to win. Those two, one of those two is like I hope will win, but we'll we'll definitely see. The schedule for this week. I'm gonna look for the schedule and tell you the schedule. While I'm looking up that up, I will say I will be on another show this Tuesday. This Tuesday I will be on a show talking baseball. It will be on Instagram. It's from Courtney Harden show. I will let everybody know details if you want to pay attention to me on that. Like I said, it will be on Instagram live. It will not be on a network, but I will let everybody know. But we start on Thursday tomorrow. Um, Today is actually our last game, but tomorrow we start Thursday against Milwaukee at 1:10 Central Time. We have a day game Thursday, night game Saturday, Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday we have a day game. And then because we have like a bad schedule, like whoever was our scheduler should be fired. And then Monday we play against the Pirates. Tuesday we're off. Wednesday we play the Pirates, and then we come home Thursday at 3:15, and we play the Padres. Thursday we're off Friday, and then we play Padres and the Dodgers the next week. Um, I don't like the schedule whatsoever, but hey, it is what it is. Uh, Besides playing the Dodgers, the Reds, we play the Brewers again. We play the Brewers so much in the month of April. It's crazy. Like I said, we start with them, then we play with them two more times in just the month of April alone. We play the Mets and we play the Cincinnati Reds. Um, Whoever did our schedule, fired, like fired. But again, I will be at the games in May. Um, It's against the Rangers. They play here, and I'm very excited to see that. But in April, I will have a couple guests on. I will have a guest that represents the Dodgers, and I will have a guest that represents the Pirates. In May, I will have guests that represent the. Actually, it's not even one guest; it's several guests that represent the Braves. All my friends are Braves fans, so I told them to come on. We're gonna have to do this big, but that's gonna be my starting it when we get into that. I'll have I'll talk about my team, but then I'll have um, kind of like hate week or hate moment, but I don't want it really. It's not really hate, and it's not really going to be talking trash, but let other people know about the other organization. So many people are just stuck on their one organization. They um, might not even realize the other organizations and what they can do. Hey, Courtney. Yes, Tuesday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern on Courtney Harden's Instagram page. Like I stated before, he will be on there. Um, I will be on that show with him. But like I was talking about, I want people to know about other organizations just besides their own, because there are some true history. If you're a true baseball fan, I think you know a lot about other fan bases history, but some people really don't. And that's what I am trying to do about with my show. At least spend about 10, 15 minutes talking about the other. group, other fan bases, and then we'll probably talk, about each other's record against each other and how we think we'll do out that series. You think we'll win, or they think they'll win, and what's our weaknesses against, each other, vice versa. Um, but I'm trying is to do something just a little bit different. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm going to talk about Cardinals baseball, but I do want to bring in other people from other teams to see where during the season. And then hopefully we're going to have a great season, Cardinals fans, because I need it for my sanity, and I don't like this losing stuff. I don't like not going to the playoffs, and not like seeing my Cardinals there. But that will end my show. Next week I will be back on Saturdays. I do apologize again for coming on Sunday, but I had to go out there and talk just to have a little bit of moment of clarity. But next Saturday, I am going to move my show up to 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern. Uh, just move it up just a little bit, just an hour later. Just just to be nice and let people sleep at my house, because I don't get to sleep. But again, next Saturday, I'm moving my show up to 11 Central, 12 Eastern. And find me on Instagram, Sports Diva LD. Find me on Twitter, Sports Diva 82. Find me on Facebook, LaDonna Samani. You can find me in different groups. I'm 27 Outs Baseball. You can find me at MLB Diamond as well. Also, if you're into fantasy baseball, you can check out Thrive Fantasy, THRIVE fantasy.com, thrivefantasy.com. And then when you sign up, there's a promo code area. You can put 27 outs, number 27 outs in the promo code, and you will get something from us. That is one of our sponsors. So please check them out. 27 outs is the promo code, and I will see everybody next Saturday, 11 a.m. Central. And have a great day, and go Cardinals. I'm excited. See you later.